I have the great pleasure of introducing a facilitator that facilitated for us for 10 years. He came to us as a University of Hawaii student. He was on a scholarship for cheerleading, and how appropriate to have a cheerleader end up being the master motivator of Winners Camp for 10 years. And he not only did that, but then he took the tools that he acquired at Winners Camp, and for all these years he speaks to 70,000 teenagers a year, every year, for 70,000 high school kids. And once you hear him, you'll know why it's such a gift that he gives back to the community. So would you put your hands together in a huge way for Bill Cordes.
This is a little different than any program I've ever done. Del Reese, you turn around here so I can look at you. Stay right there. I love you. And I love what you have brought to the islands, and I love what you have brought to my family. You are an anchor in our family, even though we haven't seen you. Your hearts are all over our house. People don't know what these hearts are for, but we have them in our house. And your heart is in our home. And I love you, and thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, big hand for Del Reese.
Thank you very much for having us today. Appreciate it. How'd you guys like the steak? It's our pleasure. Del Reese and I have had a long-standing relationship for about the last 4 years, and it was really our pleasure to come out here and be part of this today. So Del Reese, thank you for letting us be part of it.
My son Brian, where is he? There he is. He's been coming to Winners Camp for about, I think this is his 5th camp, so it's changed him tremendously. And when Del Reese asked me if I could do this for 25th anniversary, it was an honor for us to do it. Thank you very much, everybody. It was a pleasure.
A lot of people know, obviously, who my mother is and what she does in the community. And I also try to do a little myself, and clearly wouldn't have been able to do it without her support and inspiration. So the small things that I'm able to do are really a manifestation of what my mother does every day.
Because I never really made money with Winners Camp, but I wouldn't be able to do Winners Camp because I don't make money, because my son supports me. And that's a pretty awesome thing to have a son support you so that you can do this kind of work. So you've got a big family to support, and then you ended up supporting your own mom, and I just really, really appreciate it.
I was working out on the Marine base, and the Marines have to change out their furniture every so often. And they were basically throwing them away off the 3rd story, 2nd story, and I thought, what a waste. So I proceeded to go jump through the donation hoops, and they found their way up here to Winners Camp.
Someone that's not here, but who's here in spirit, the Smith family from Hawaii. The Smith family had a son named Shannon, and he was one of our leaders. And he died saving the football coach's son, and they dedicated their lives to making sure kids from Kauai, thousands and thousands of kids, from Kauai were able to attend camp through the Shannon Smith Scholarship Fund. So I'd just like to take a moment, silent moment, and just think of Shannon and their family. Okay, Caden Smith is here. This is the Smith grandson, Caden, and he's here to accept the award for the Smith Ohana. Thank you so much for coming, Caden. We really appreciate it. And every single shirt, turn around, Caden. Every single shirt says, "You gotta love it," because that's what Shannon said. Every single time someone said, "Oh, I don't want to do this. What time is it? I'm hungry." Blah, blah, blah. All the whining that goes on sometimes. And he would say, "You gotta love it." And that was.
And I'll never forget when the bus drove up with all those kids jumping out with their white t-shirts and their winter's camp, just as proud as could be, welcoming me at the airport. And the rest was history. We did winter's camp on Kauai in hotels, and when we couldn't do it there, we did it at Kahili Mountain Park. And I think we did it for like 10 years on Kauai. It was our pleasure because our kids got that. We got real good goodies from it. We became better parents. We developed more respect for our kids. We thank you for the heart, but you need to know that you get what you give. And we have a heart for you. You wear your heart on your sleeve, but this one you can wear around your neck.
Oh, wow. I'm going to introduce the person who brings us up and down the mountain in a safe way. And for 10 years, this company has transported all the kids from the bottom of the mountain and then the parents from the airport and then down the mountain, and he has donated every single van for 10 years, which is, you could imagine how much money that would cost us. We just couldn't do it, and it's a safe way to travel, and so please put your hands together for Iman.
We love Daloris, we love the winter camp. Daloris, for me, she's a fellow Rotarian, and she really exemplified self is above self. She really does nothing for herself except for the kids. We held winter camps for many years without myself having the opportunity to come here. And 3 years I came here, and wow, you know, I didn't have a kid. My kid was old enough. My nephews both came here, and a great change of their life. Both of them going to graduate from colleges in Maryland next year, and we just love Daloris and the camp, and we're glad to help. Thank you.
You need tents. You get them from Production Hawaii because they give us this tent. I mean, can you imagine how much this tent would cost? We've had it for 3 weeks because we had a camp 2 weeks ago. And so for 10 years they've been donating tents to us. And his name is Mike Russell, and he's quite a guy.
So earlier in the week, Daloris said, "Oh, we need to make something for my mom." And so I went to my shop and I made it this week when I was not up at camp. And it's some pretty cool sign. We're gonna hang it up in the kitchen.
We've been doing winter's camp, cooking up here for 10 years. When Daloris started tricking me, little things like, oh, can you carry the ropes to the airport? Oh, can you go to the airport and check in campers? Oh, can you go to Kauai and camp with us?
We love what we do up here. We love to cook. People say, "Why do you do it?" And it's a lot of fun. Cooking, when we had to turn to our neighbor and tell him something we learned at winter's camp, I said I learned how to cook for 100 people because I sure never knew how to do that before.
Well, it's just my pleasure to work with your children, helping increase the civility in the world with my manners classes. And the amazing thing is they listen. So thank you. It's an honor to work with your children. Thank you.
Every one of you sitting here has given so much to Winter's Camp, and that you gave a little bit of time today to spend with me to honor Winter's Camp Foundation. There are not enough words in the English language, so mahalo, malama pono.